What's up, guys? This is Mike with Toy Depot. Today is Monday, June 9th, 2025. Found a box of Thundercats in the back room. We'll have these out for the meet and greet with the one and only Larry Kinney. Quick story on these. So I've collected pretty much my whole life, basketball cards, baseball cards, stuff like that. Anything that I would find. I remember like coins, if I could find something cool, like the 1 cent, the old school ones. When I started collecting toys was probably about 20, maybe 16 or 15, I think. And these were the first two. Well, not these, they're at my house, but these are two that I found. But these two characters here were probably the first two items that I bought that got me into collecting. I bought a Lion-O and a Mumm-Ra. Not complete. They were just loose figures. I bought them on eBay, I think. And then I got into like OfferUp and Let It Go when that was out, and Craigslist, wherever I could find them. But the first two figures that kicked off my toy hunting and toy collecting were Lion-O and Mumm-Ra. And the reason being is because I grew up on the cartoon Thundercats in the 80s. I'm an 80s kid, so that was one of the cartoons that was one of my favorites. I remember going to school. I didn't have them, so I didn't have them growing up. I wanted them, but we never got around to it, to getting them for your boy. But as I got older, I got a job. I had some money. I got into comic books, basketball cards, like a little bit of the pricier stuff. Nothing too major, nothing too crazy. But Lion-O and Mumm-Ra were the first two characters that I ever bought. And then I had to complete them. I had to get the glove, the ring, and the sword. And then I ended up with maybe like 5 or 6 loose Lion-O figures just to complete the one. I remember thinking back later on, I remember selling the loose ones to on OfferUp. And I'm pretty sure it was him. But I'm pretty sure Jose Ledesma bought the rest, that my incomplete ones that I was selling on OfferUp a couple years ago, before I knew who he was and before he knew who I was. But yeah, those are the first two that got me started. I remember putting them together and being like, man, these are like super cool. I've never had them, and just kind of put them together, transported me back to like a 7, 8, 9-year-old kid, because I remember seeing them and just never having them. So, cool story on those guys. These guys I almost sold one time. These are Playful brand. These are the American LJN brand. Playful is the Argentinian brand. This is Tigra. So the colors, they kind of look like a little bit more little clown faces, more than a tiger face than on the original ones. So those are Playful variants from Argentina with his weapons. I think these little balls right here are made out of silver, so that was a little difference on them. But I don't have any to compare them to. But if you collect, you'll know the difference just by seeing them. They look different, different quality, nicer paint, I think, and just a nice little toy from Argentina. So let's see what we got this week. I know Jose Ledesma was here. He filled up his case. He put in these heavy hitters right here. These laser light Skeletors. 600 with the cape. The cape looks repro. I think both of them are. Those are really nice capes. They look newer. This one's a little more purple than that one. That one's a little bluer, like a blue purple. Weapon, no weapon. This one's a little nicer. That's why he's got the little pricier tag of 700 compared to 600. But Joe Ledesma, Jose Ledesma with the heat, always bringing that crazy stuff that he has. What else did he bring? Sectar. He brought this Destro. It's coming off the card, but it's still on tack. Mint on card. Just a little bit coming off right there. He's got the Biker Mice in there. He's got a Ram Man coming off card again. That's why he's priced at $40. He's pretty much mint. What else? Kevin was out this weekend. This was a pretty busy weekend for events. I think there was NostalgiaCon was this weekend. SoCal Gaming was this weekend, and Robo Toy Fest was this weekend. So it was kind of a busy weekend for the event show. Some Zolo World. I found these in my closet, or not my closet, but my garage. They're all retro. One in the red cape, Skullman. That's the Flexor version. And then, what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name. Skullman number 2 with the white hat, and then the Headhunter right there. Those are the Comic-Con versions. I think PowerCon version, and the other one's a New York Comic-Con version. Then I found a bunch over here, like just on card, just sitting in a bin in the backyard in my garage. So always cool. Zolo World's a really good company. We like them. Mike's a good creator. He's got the good stuff with this. Really good. He's really smart with his cases as well. Zolo World cases. Kevin picked up these at one of the shows. He went to Robo Toy Fest on Sunday. He picked up Motu Classics Battle Cat, a Panther. Man, and a couple years ago, these things loose were $200, $150, $200. In package, they're like $250, $300. So to see them come down is a good sign. Jump on them while you can, because they're still really probably some of the best toy versions out there. I think he picked up this guy, Orko, Hordak, and I think, what's his name? I always blank on his name, but the green guy smells like pine. What else is in there? But that's kind of it. It's been a week. We're preparing for the show with Larry Kinney, so we're trying to grab as many Thundercats items as we can. Again, if you're here in the area, Larry Kinney hasn't been on the West Coast in about 10 years. So get it while you can, because he's going to be here for a couple hours, signing autographs, doing pictures, hopefully voiceovers. So we'll get him in the building. Line starts at 11. Doors open at 11 too, but he'll be here at 12. 12 to 3. Thundercats Ho. Don't forget, Fast Pass tickets are available if you want to jump the line, cut the line. So that's it. That's all I got for you today. Thanks again, guys. I'm out. Oh, one more thing. Kevin built this Mega Construx. Took him about probably a legit 30 hours, but I don't even want to touch it because I'm scared it'll fall apart. But Mega Construx. It's got all the details in there. Really dope piece. If you're a Lego builder, this one was a little tough. If you see all the details in there. He was racing my daughter. My daughter's building Castle Grayskull, and he beat her to it, so she's a little bummed out about that. Kevin has no heart. Just kidding. But we'll have Castle Grayskull in here in a couple days, probably before we open on Wednesday, and it'll be here next to this awesome Snake Mountain. Cool. All right, guys, we're out. We'll see you Saturday with Larry Kinney. Have a good one.